Don Bosco was born in a poor family in Italy. At the tender age, he lost his father. He wanted to study and become a priest. Don Bosco was ordained on the 5th of June, 1841. It was a time of industrial revolution. A lot of youth flocked the city of Turin looking for a job. Many were unemployed or were poorly paid. Some ended up in jail. Don Bosco decided to be a friend of these youths. He started his work on the 8th of December 1841 with a simple Hail Mary. He gathered the youth in a place which he called oratory. Soon the numbers increased. He taught them a skill, found a place for them to stay, pray, and to play. Seeing his good works, many joined him, and thus the Salesian congregation was founded. Soon he sent the Salesians to other countries too. The Salesians arrived in Papua New Guinea in the year 1980. Today, 14,758 Salesian priests and brothers dedicate their lives in the service of the youth in 132 countries in the field of education, youth apostolate in 16 universities, over 600 tertiary institutions, and 2,000 technical secondary schools and vocational centers. Besides educational institutions, the Salesians look after orphans, street children, and abandoned boys and girls. Festive oratories, parishes, mission stations, and the Young at Risk dropping centers are unique work of Salesians. Over the years, the Salesian presence have grown in Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands. Presently, it is a wise province known as PGS, which consists of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands. There are 42 missionaries from 15 countries working in this wise province. We have 9 communities, 2 tertiary institutions, 3 secondary schools, 2 vocational training centers, 3 parishes, 1 aspirantate, 1 provincial house, and 1 retreat center. All our presences are located in strategic locations like Gulf Province, Rabaul, Simbu, NCD, Honiara, and Tetere. The internationality and great cultural diversity in our communities are our greatest resource. Historically, the bishops of Papua New Guinea had insistently invited the Salesians primarily for the technical education of non-selected boys, especially those who are poorer. In Solomon Islands, the original invitation was for pastoral ministry. However, the technical institution was not opposed. This explains why today the school apostolate is the primary feature of our wise province. All our schools continue this option to work for the non-selected, poor and marginalized students. Both in Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands, we Salesians have made a real contribution in the educative system of the 2 countries. Since 1985, we have pioneered this technical secondary curricula with educational authorities. Following the motto of Don Bosco, "Give me souls, take away the rest," the Salesians carry out the goal of education for evangelization, bringing young people more closer to God, empowering them to be good Christians and honest citizens of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands.
For those young people who would be interested to know the Salesian life, we normally ask them that after they should have finished their grade 12 certificate or their Form 6 certificate in Solomon Islands. And once they have finished, they make an application and they are sent on the first phase of our formation. They are sent to the pre-aspirantate, our Valdoco experience, where they get in contact with the Salesians, they live with the Salesians, they see the Salesian way of life, and at the same time, if they need, they have to upgrade their marks. And normally, this is done in Bosco in Papua New Guinea and in Henderson in Solomon Islands. This is a 1-year program where these new candidates who are interested in the Salesian life get to know more the Salesians, and the Salesians get to know more their way of life, their character, their personality, and their capacities. After that, they go to the next stage and the start of our formation process, which is the aspirantate program. It's a 3 or 4 years program where a young person is asked to take up a tertiary education, and while studying, he has some activities of formative activities where they get to know better him. He gets to know better himself. He discovers better the Salesians, and the Salesians try to help him also to clarify his motivations. After the aspirantate program, which lasts between 3 to 4 years, then he can go to the pre-novitiate program. The pre-novitiate program is a 1 full year program where one gets to prepare himself for the novitiate. That means there are many dynamics, especially on the psychological level, on the human level, and so many other dynamics to help him really purify his intention and really discover his call to be a Salesian. After the pre-novitiate program, he goes to the novitiate, which is 1 full year, at the end of which he makes his profession as a Salesian. That means for those who want to become a priest, they receive the cassock, and for those who want to become a brother, they receive the brother's cross. And they continue another 2 years of post-novitiate formation. And this post-novitiate formation consists mainly in studying philosophy and other subjects that could help them prepare themselves to work as Salesians. After that, they go for 2 years or 3 years of practical experience in our houses, in our schools, like teaching and assisting the students for 2 to 3 years, where they have an experience of practical Salesian life. After that, those who are brothers would go for their brothers' formation in preparation for their perpetual profession, and that is 2 years, while those who would become priests go for their theological studies for 4 years in preparation for their priesthood. And after which, they come back again to our vice province and they continue the work that we are doing as full-fledged Salesians.
The integral holistic formation of the young is vital for every educator in the PGS. There is a greater demand for Salesians to establish similar centers in different parts of the dioceses of Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands. The spirit of Don Bosco has to grow and to go on in the Melanesian culture, with young people who are dedicated and courageous to become witnesses of the gospel. His sons, the Salesians, share with a smile of holiness this gift which they receive from the Lord to the young. Would you like to be part of this great mission? Be a Salesian priest or brother. The Lord is calling you for a great apostolate among the young. Don Bosco used to say, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Choose to be happy in the Salesian way."